My own sister locked me in a room for an entire day without food, water, or even a second thought. And what was my crime? I said no. No to cooking for her. No to being treated like a maid. No to pretending everything was fine while I paid her college fees, her bills, and kept our home running with 2 jobs. She thought I'd stay quiet. She thought I'd forgive her like always. But this time, I didn't just walk away. I took everything with me. And when the lights went off, the tuition stopped, and her fake image collapsed, she finally realized the sister she locked away was the only one holding her life together. My name is Ruby, and I'm 25 years old. For the past few years, I've worked hard to keep our home running. After Dad passed away, I stepped up. I paid the rent, covered the bills, and even took care of my younger sister Mia's expensive college tuition. Our mom stays home, always has. Mia has never worked a single day in her life. Still, I never complained. Until one Sunday changed everything. That morning, I came home from a long night shift. My feet were aching, my head was pounding, and all I wanted was to rest. I collapsed on the couch, closed my eyes, and let out a deep breath. Then I heard Mia's voice, shouting from her room. "Hey, Ruby, make lunch. My friends are coming over." I opened my eyes slowly and replied, "Mia, I'm really tired. Can you just order something today?" She marched into the room with her arms crossed. "I asked you to cook. Don't act like you're the only one who works." That hit hard. She never worked, never paid a single bill. And here she was, barking orders like I was her servant. "I'm not doing it," I said firmly. "Not today." She glared at me, then stormed off down the hallway. I thought maybe she was just upset, that she'd get over it. But a few minutes later, I heard a click. I went to open my bedroom door. It was locked. From the outside. I jiggled the doorknob again. Still locked. I knocked harder. "Mia. This isn't funny. Open the door." No answer. I waited, thinking maybe she had stepped out. But then I heard her voice through the wall. She was on the phone with one of her friends, laughing. "Yeah, I locked her in. She always acts tired, like she's better than me. Maybe a day alone will fix her attitude." I froze. Was this really happening? Was my own sister punishing me, like I was her maid? I called out again, my voice cracking. "Open the door, Mia. Please." She didn't. I sat on the floor as the hours dragged by. No food. No water. No help. My phone was dead, so I couldn't call anyone. The sunlight slowly moved across the window, then disappeared completely. I curled up in a blanket, hungry, dizzy, and humiliated. By the time she finally opened the door the next morning, I didn't even have the strength to yell. She smirked like nothing had happened. "Hope you learned your lesson," she said. I just stood there in silence. But inside, something had shifted. I was done. I didn't argue with Mia. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just walked into my room, pulled out a small suitcase, and started packing. No one asked where I was going. Not Mia. Not Mom. They didn't care. They probably thought I'd come crawling back like always. But not this time. I packed my clothes, my charger, and a folder full of receipts, proof of the rent, the bills, and every dollar of college tuition I had paid. I didn't know what I'd do with them yet, but I knew they mattered. Then I left. I texted my friend Taylor. "Can I stay with you for a few days?" Her reply came instantly. "Yes. Come right now. You don't deserve that treatment." I didn't leave a note. I didn't say goodbye. Before walking out, I logged into all the accounts, electricity, Wi-Fi, rent, and turned off every automatic payment. They were all in my name. I was the one paying for everything. And now, I wasn't anymore. As I stepped out of the house, Mia sat on the couch, scrolling through her phone. She didn't even look up. 2 days passed. Then 3. I heard nothing from them. Until Friday evening. That's when my phone lit up with missed calls from both Mia and Mom. Then came the texts. "Mom. Ruby, the internet's not working. Did you forget to pay the bill?" "Mia. Electricity's off. My laptop died in the middle of an assignment. Fix it now." "Mom. Also, "There's an eviction notice on the door. What's going on?" I didn't reply. They were so used to me fixing everything. So used to me carrying them. So used to treating me like nothing while I gave them everything. But now the Wi-Fi was gone. The lights were off. The rent was due. And they were finally realizing what I had truly done for them. Meanwhile, I was safe at Taylor's place. Warm bed, a friend who respected me, and something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. I checked Mia's college account. Payment overdue. Enrollment paused. Access locked. She had always called herself a queen. But now, without me, she had no crown. I never planned to post anything online. But after everything Mia did, locking me in, mocking me, blaming me for bills she never paid, I realized something. Silence protects the wrong people. So I opened a local college forum and wrote a short post. My younger sister locked me in a room for a full day because I refused to cook for her. What she didn't know was that I paid for her tuition, our rent, our electricity, our Wi-Fi, everything for the last 3 years. I worked 2 jobs. I stayed up late, skipped meals, and sacrificed sleep so she could have her life. Last week, I left. And now that I've stopped paying, she's learning what I was really worth. I attached photos, rent receipts, tuition payments, electric bills, all in my name. I didn't name her directly, but people knew. Within hours, the post exploded. Dozens of students commented. Some recognized Mia. Some had seen her flex online, brag about her self-made grind. Now, they knew the truth.
And Mia?
She went silent on social media. It had been almost 2 weeks since I left. The apartment bills stayed unpaid. Mia's college account remained frozen. Their online life had crumbled. Then, one rainy evening, there was a knock on Taylor's door. I opened it slowly. Mia stood there, soaked, shivering, and nothing like her usual self. No makeup, no attitude, just a hoodie, messy hair, and tired eyes. "Ruby," she whispered, "can we talk?" I didn't say anything. I stepped outside and closed the door behind me. "I'm sorry," she said quickly. "I know what I did was wrong. Locking you in, treating you like that. I thought you'd never actually leave." I crossed my arms. "You didn't think I could." She looked down. "Everything's falling apart. We're getting kicked out. Mom's crying every night. And I can't go back to school unless the payment's made." She paused, then added, "I need you." I took a deep breath. "I needed you too, Mia," I said. "All those years. I needed your help, your respect, even just a thank you. I never got it." She opened her mouth, but I raised a hand. "I'm not coming back." And I walked back inside. I didn't slam the door. I closed it peacefully, because I was finally free. After closing the door on Mia, I didn't cry. I didn't feel guilty. I felt light, like I had dropped a weight I didn't even realize I was carrying. At Taylor's place, I started fresh. I found a part-time job that didn't drain my soul. I slept full nights. I laughed without fear of being interrupted or insulted. And then one day, Taylor said something that changed everything. "You should tell your full story. Not for revenge, but to help others like you." So I did. I started a blog and shared my experience, not just the drama, but the details no one talks about. How I managed money. How I gathered proof. How I planned my exit quietly. How I walked away with nothing except peace. To my surprise, people responded. Strangers messaged me with thanks. Women who had felt trapped told me I gave them hope. People shared my posts, offered support, and invited me to speak on podcasts and panels. What started as a breakdown became a breakthrough. I never spoke to Mia or Mom again. They had their chance. Now I had mine. And I used it to build a life where I never had to be locked away, silenced, or sacrificed again. Today, I live in a small apartment of my own. I make enough. I wake up in quiet. I surround myself with real friends. And I have something I never had in that house. A strong voice. And if you're wondering what happened to the old me, the one who worked herself to the bone for people who didn't care, she's gone. And I don't miss her. If this story touched you or reminded you of something you've been through, You're not alone. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters. Like this video if you believe in standing up for yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to hear more stories that inspire, heal, and empower. Until next time, take your power back, quietly, proudly, and completely.